Caravan Escapades. I hope everybody's keeping safe and well. What I'd like to do today is give you a review on our tow car. We've actually been asked a few times now if we can give a review on the tow car, so I'll see what I can do today. We'll give you a bit of a show of the tow car, show you around it, show you what we do with it and that sort of thing. Now, the Mercedes is quite a new tow car for us. When I say new, we've had it for about 12 months, and I've always been, previous to this, a Land Rover man, towing with Land Rover Discoveries, and up until a certain point I had absolutely no problems at all. Great tow car, very, very capable, never let me down until the one time. About 18 months ago, the turbo blew on the Discovery 4 I had at the time. Ended up being quite a major job, quite a lot of money to get it repaired. Got it repaired successfully, but it was never right afterwards. We kept getting incidences of it going into limp mode, restricted performance, that sort of thing, and it just wasn't reliable and I couldn't trust it, despite having it back into the garage numerous times, which is a real shame because I'd really kind of loved the Land Rovers. In fact, I was actually going to look at a Land Rover Discovery 5 as a replacement car before I got the Mercedes GLS. So I went up to this dealer, having a look round, and this blue thing caught my eye over in the corner of the showroom, and it turns out it was the GLS 350d. I'd never even considered having one of these before, but I just thought, okay, let's have a look. And comparing this against the Discovery 5, it was just different. It was worlds apart. Don't get me wrong, the Discovery 5 was great, but the extra space, I think just the driver comfort and all that sort of thing compared to the Discovery 5 were just in a different, well, in a different league, not in a different league, but on a different level. And I do understand I'm very privileged to be able to have a car like this. It's a 2017 model. When I bought it just over a year ago, back in May 2021, it had 14,000 miles on the clock. And it turns out basically it was from a family in London. It was almost the nanny, the au pair's car, and she used this for travelling around, taking the kids to school, that sort of stuff. The mileage for, I mean, it's 5 years old now. So I got it was just over 4 years old. So the mileage for a 4-year-old car at 14,000 miles was very good. I'll give you some specs on the car. Unfortunately, I can't remember all of them, so I'll give you some specs. It's actually a 2017 Mercedes Benz GLS 350d 4MATIC. The 4MATIC is the Mercedes Benz four-wheel drive system. It is a mid-size all-wheel drive 7-passenger SUV, so it's a 7-seater. It's a 3-litre engine. It's a V6 Euro 6 engine. Brake horsepower is 255 horsepower and with 620 Newton meters. Now you can get them remapped, which will take your brake horsepower to just above 300 and your Newton meters to about 750. So if that was something you considered doing, you could do that and you could get that upgraded. I mean, it's a great tow car anyway, but with that sort of torque or some extra torque, you shouldn't have any problems at all. As you know, we tow a twin axle caravan, quite a big twin axle caravan, and we have no trouble at all. The transmission is a 9-speed automatic transmission with automatic or manual selection. So basically you've got the automatic selection or you've got the flappy paddles. It's a full-time all-wheel drive. It's electric rack and pinion. Turning circle, it's not too bad, it's 12.4 metres. It's an air suspension, so that makes the ride very comfortable. It also helps with levelling out the caravan, that sort of thing. Fuel tank is a 100-litre fuel tank, which is just very close to 22 gallons. So it's a big fuel tank, and at the moment it does cost an awful lot of money to fill up. So the car basically is 5.13, so it's basically just over 5 metres, so 5 metres, 130 centimetres. The width is 193 centimetres. The width with the mirrors is 2 metres, 141 centimetres. The height is 18.5, so slightly lower than the Disco. So it's 1,850 millimetres or 185 centimetres. The wheelbase is 3 metres. Ground clearance is 8.5 inches. The boot length is 1.3 meters, and the maximum boot length is 2.124 millimeters, or just basically 2.124 meters. So quite a big boot, and I'll show you that in a minute. The boot width, you've got just over a meter. What else? The curb weight is 2,380 kilograms. The gross vehicle weight is 3,250 kilograms, with a payload of 870 kilograms. Towing, like most vehicles, unbraked is 750 kilos, but braked is 3,500 kilograms. So quite a towing capacity on that. If I remember some of the other specs when we're going around having a look at the car, I'll remind you of those or let you know those. Let me stick this on and we'll give you a bit of a, we can pop in with the other camera and give you a bit of more of a look at the car. So it is quite a big car, just quite a beast. I've got the windows open at the moment because it is very, very hot, but let me just close those a minute and you can probably see that the rear windows are all tinted. So I've got this feature which probably most of you have, that if you hold the open key, all the windows open, so you've got the sunroof opens, the windows open, that sort of stuff. But you saw there that we got the tinted windows all round. It's got automatic boot opening, so we can open the boot as well. Quite a size boot in there, and I'll show you a bit more of that in a minute. When I bought the car, it didn't have a tow bar fitted, so we had to go for the non-factory fitted option, which is a shame really, because it was a factory fitted option, would have had a button up here which we could have pressed and it would have motored out electrically. But because it wasn't fitted at the factory, we had to go for a fixed tow bar, or a detachable one anyway, so non-electric. So basically the tow bar just fits under there, drops out, so that's down there. Let me just close the boot down again. But it really does work very well for us as a tow car. Doesn't struggle. Do you know the big downside though, obviously, is with the caravan on the back, I'm getting anywhere between 18 and 20 miles per gallon. It certainly likes the diesel. It really does kind of drink that up. So there's a view from the other side. They're 21-inch wheels. They're looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. It's a shame, the diamond cut wheels, but they're just getting a bit flaky and a bit scratched at the edge. I haven't curbed them. Whether Claire's curbed them or not, I'm not sure. Oh gosh, there is a bit of a chunk out of that one. I'm considering maybe just getting them powder coated, either gloss black or matte black. Probably gloss black, looking at the car now. Big kind of imposing grille on the front there. So let's take you inside and we'll have a look inside around the dash. So quite a big seating area, fully electric seats, fully heated seats. So we get in there, and with this being the 2017 model, this is probably one of the last with the analog dials. It's gone, or the newer styles now have gone to this kind of big LCD display, and probably the dash in certain ways is probably a bit dated for the type of car that it is. I wouldn't necessarily say plasticky, but the sort of car, with it being a GLS, you would probably expect it to be a bit more modern and that sort of thing. Here's your entertainment select. In fact, let's power the car up. Let's make sure the radio doesn't kick in. So there's the car coming up. Let's just turn the volume down in case the radio kicks in. So we've got two cup holders here, your auxiliary 12 volt. On certain models you've got a button here which you can change from warm to cold, so you can either keep your drinks warm or you can keep your drinks cold. You've got quite a big cubby box there. You've got the individual, so you can set up the drive, sport mode, comfort mode, for ice and for terrain. You can get a four-wheel drive pack on this as well. You can raise the car up and down. It's got a built-in sat nav. I did actually update the sat nav, so you've got navigation in there. What else have we got? We've got radio, obviously DAB radio, and various other bits. So let's go back from that. You got media, so you can plug things in, you can connect it to your car, connect it to your phone, that sort of thing. Telephones, you've got your normal telephone function. You've got, let's go back up, you got your vehicle where you can, you've got vehicle settings, you can go in there and change different settings. You've got interior lighting, all sorts of vehicle setting, dynamics, 360 camera. In fact, I don't know whether you can see the 360 camera. Let's see if I can get that working. So it will obviously work when it goes into reverse, but if you press this button here, it's unavailable at the moment, obviously because it's not on, but it stitches all the different cameras together and gives you a 360 view, which is really, really good. You've got system settings in here, all sorts of stuff, so it's quite a comprehensive display. I mean, obviously if you want more details than those, you can find various bits on the internet, on YouTube. You've got your normal dials here, you've got your speedo, you've got another sort of display screen here. You can flick through trip, navigation, audio, telephone, basic assistance graphics, traffic assist, brake assist, services, so tyre pressure, your AdBlue level, all those sorts of things. With it being a Euro 6 engine, obviously you've got to put AdBlue in as well. So you can change things like the lighting, you can turn things on and off like brake assist, lane assist. So you've kind of got brake assist on there, you've got lane assist, so if you start to kind of wander out from the lane, it will give you kind of shake the steering wheel, give you a notification it's going to change. Then we've also got things like here, normally when you're driving along, if you go to indicate, it's like a blind spot warning, it's amber if there's somebody close by, but if there's somebody in the area that you're going to go, it will flash red and give you a notification. So lots of various different features within the car. As well as the, that's come off because it's hot, as well as the vehicle sat nav, I also use the Avtex Caravan and Motorhome Club edition, so we can put the caravan height and length and all those sorts of things in there. We've also got Alexa Auto fitted in here, obviously a rear view camera, or sorry, not a rear view camera, a dash cam with a rear view camera fitted, and just around here is the Senef tag. This is for when we go to France, so this is there to pick up all our tolls and then billies when we come back. So let's jump back out the car and we'll take a look another bit. So that's kind of the driver and front seat passenger compartment. Obviously it's got a big sunroof as well, so you've got the sunroof opens, but you've got a big kind of glass piece in the back. I'm not quite sure what you call that. In fact, let me show you the sunroof as well, because you can close the sunroof, so you can see the sunroof being closed, but then you've also got these blinds, so you can put the blinds over as well just to keep the sun out. So that's the sunroof. You've got these windows at the back here as well, which I don't know whether you saw, so windows kind of open there. So then you've got quite a large compartment in the back here, so sits two isofix positions certainly here as well. Then you've got kind of full climate controls in the back as well as having the 12-volt. Legroom is pretty good. You've also, if you want to gain access to back, you press a button and basically the seat motors over. So we'll put the extra seats up, but that's if you want to create that extra space, that sort of thing, and it will happen both sides. So the only thing is though, it will motor up, but it won't kind of motor back, and then you have to kind of push it back into position. So that's the passenger compartment, and let's go round the back. Now you can open it with the key like we did before. In fact, look, there's the UK sticker that I put on the other day. So you can open it this way. I've put a boot liner in here just to help kind of protect, but I'm going to take this out for a moment. So if I just take the boot liner out the back here, just put that there for a minute, and we'll just take the passenger shelf out, and you can see it is quite a large boot in here. So we got a very, very big boot. Now if you want to get the rear seats up, you've got a couple of buttons here, one for each seat. So all you do is literally pull that down, and you can see what happens is the seat pops up, and you can pull the headrest up, that sort of stuff. And it's the same, you do the other one, and the seat pops up. Now what you can do is you can then reaffix the parcel shelf and still get a bit of parcel shelf. Now the Discovery was a 7-seater as well. What I didn't like about the Discovery is once you got those back seats up, you barely had any space. You've still got a bit of boot space, a reasonable size boot space in the back of this once you've got the 7-seater. So we'll go around this side again, and if you wanted to climb into the back, you can press the button, seat will come forward, and then you could climb in the back here. And even now the seat space is still quite reasonable, the leg space is still quite reasonable, and these are full isofix seats as well. So I'm sat in the back here. Let's just kind of pull this one back. Obviously you'd normally have somebody with you to help you with this. Let's kind of pull this up. So I'm sat in the back here now, and still, you know, I don't feel claustrophobic, I don't feel uncomfortable. It's a nice space, it's comfortable, we've got headrest. Yeah, it's a little bit tight, you don't have quite as much room as probably you've got there, but you've got your full seat belts as well, that sort of thing. So all in all, I actually think in the back here it's quite a nice space. So looking up here, I'm guessing that would be your attachments for a cargo net or a cargo rack or a dog rack, that sort of thing. Cup holders. Some of the Discoveries, that sort of thing, had entertainment systems back here. We don't have that with this. Mentioned the climate control. So again, if I wanted to get out this side, I could just press the button. Look, he says. Maybe you can't from back here, or maybe it's all just gone flat. There we go. So you press the button there and that will pop up. I'm just wondering why the button on that side is not working. Maybe we have a small issue that we need to take a look at. Oh, let's jump out. Just caught my microphone then, sorry about that. So then, yeah, so you literally just push that back. Oh, press the button again, didn't mean to do that. So push that back. There's a little arm up there, so you can just drop the forward, or drop that bit forward. You can sit a little bit upright, or we can drop it all the way back. But I'm just intrigued why the other side didn't work. Let's go around and have a look. It's working now. Look, the front seat's motoring forward. So again, that one works there, and you do have some decent seats in the back. So we'll just put that back up again. Let's go back around. I'll show you how to put those seats down. Sorry if it's a bit boring. Never done a car review before, having been asked to do one. I'm trying to do my best, so hopefully this is coming out all right for you. So again, just reverse of what we did before. These buttons on here, and hopefully the headrest will shoot down. No, it doesn't. So let's bring that back up here. So must remember to drop the headrest down. Drop the headrest down. Press it that way, and that should then literally just sink back into the floor. Sink back into the floor, giving you that big boot space. Just tidy the seat belts back behind there. You've got your curry hooks, as we call them, so your hooks in there if you want to just sort of hook some bags. You've got your 12 volt as well. Get a little bit scratched in the back here, but I suppose that's the way it goes. I mean, I've had wood, I've had logs, I've had rubbish to the tip, and all sorts of things that have kind of ended up going in the back there. So what we'll do now, let me just stick you down there, and hopefully you can still see me. There we go. And we'll put the boot lid, not boot lid, the load cover back in. So that's the load cover loaded back in, and you can see it's quite a wide load cover, comes all the way back, locks in there, Oh, I've just had a thought about something. So that's there, so that locks in there, but those look very similar to those. I wonder, let's have a look, let me try and something, not that it would make much difference, but I wonder, let's get in here, and I wonder if, no, it's not going to work, is it? You can see what I was thinking. It must be something different, but it's definitely too wide. Even if I turn this around this way, no, it won't go in that way. Let's just try it today. It's not going to work, but it's just, I'm intrigued. So let's put this back in upside down. Is this going to, no, it's not going to work. So you could see my thoughts, and I'm just thought, oh, is the load cover also act as a brake if it goes up that way? But no, that didn't do it, so not to worry. And then let's drop this. This is a Mercedes, this is the proper Mercedes Benz boot liner. I do find sometimes it is a little bit tricky to get fitted in. There we go, and that's in. And there we go, that's in. So let's close the boot down. In fact, that's the rear camera lock from the next base system. That's just kind of tucked in and fed back through to the front. Getting some marks on here, showing a bit of wear, so press the button, shut that down. So that's our Mercedes GLS 350d 4MATIC. I hope you've enjoyed that. We did that review because we'd been asked 2 or 3 times to do a review on our tow car. As I say, I know we're very, very lucky to have this. It's a great tow car. It has its ups and its downs. It's a big tow car with the 2-litre tank and doing sort of 18 to 20 miles to the gallon. Particularly with current fuel prices, it's a little bit of a headache there as well. So we love it. It's a great tow car. We really, really do enjoy it. As I say, we are very, very lucky to have it. It does have its downsides, as I say, was the fuel. But also, when we went to Cornwall last year, it was a little bit big for some of the lanes, and we did kind of get scraped, whether it was just a single lane or whether you were coming down a lane and trying to get past somebody coming the opposite way. It did get a little bit scratched down the side. It is starting to show its wear. I mean, I've done about 20,000 miles in it since I've had it in just over a year, so it does get used quite regularly. But yeah, it's our tow car, we enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I say, we were asked to do a tow car review. I've not done car reviews before. In fact, I've only done a couple of caravan reviews, so I hope you found that useful. There's probably lots of information in there that you didn't necessarily get from me, and if you do want to find out a bit more, I'll put some links in there, but please feel free to ask some questions. So that's another one from Caravan Escapades. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Hit that notification button and you'll get notified when we upload more videos. And please smash those thumbs up. That helps us get noticed and helps our videos. It's something to do with the algorithms, but please give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.